I'm not sure if folks can hear me, but hello, welcome to Friday. Welcome to Friday evening. Or maybe you've been here the whole time. And JC Henry is here. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm back to sitting on the floor, which is fine. Um, yeah, it turns out I went back into the orthopedist, and it turns out. Oh, okay. Numberless dreams can hear. That's good. Um, yeah, it turns out I don't have a hip injury. I have a spine injury, which is why the PT wasn't helping. So I am back on the floor, which is at this point better for my spine. Spent a lot of time lying on the floor today. I mean, I've been doing that for weeks though, but I'm happy to be here. And if I have to sit on the ground, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. My mic so you can hear better. All right. Well, let me know in the chat how you're doing, how your week is going, whatever is comfortable. Thank you, JC Henry. Glad to see you too, Numberless Dreams. Glad you're here. I'm just getting some things ready. Yeah, so I'm curious, how have your creative weeks been going? Have you gotten to work on your projects at all? And if not, are you going to be working on it tonight? I would love to hear that and would love to know what you're working on, what that feels like, and how it's going. Oh, Tiffany says, Fry, yay. I hope you'll feel better soon. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. I hope so too. um, it's uh it's a thing. Ooh, making sweet potato bread. I've never even heard of that, Numberless Dreams. Today I bought far too many plants. I'm planning to do some journaling tonight. Those are like three excellent like bullet points for your day. Like sweet potato bread, yes. Plants, too many, yes. Journaling, yes. Perfect. Wonderful. I did some journaling earlier today. I'm actually going through Meditations for Mortals with my friend Jimmy, and it's been really nice because the book is broken up. I'm doing the audiobook and it's broken up into I think 4 weeks, and like every day in those 4 weeks there's like a little 6-minute chapter you listen to, or a short chapter you read if you're reading the book. And so those have been really good ways to like jump into my creative day, is sitting down and working through that day's meditation and journaling along with it, taking notes and then journaling my own thoughts and experiences as they relate. So, yeah, it's been really good. It gives my journaling a little bit more structure. Also I can just write whatever I feel like cuz it's my journal, but sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of guidance to kind of lead you to places you wouldn't naturally like go yourself. So, yeah. Well, let's see. Spent this weekend. Oh, you spent this week exhausted because of your job. So tonight is for me, Tiffany says. Yes, Tiffany, what are you working on? I would love to know. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to be working on this evening. I had a really, knock on wood, knocking on the wood floor because I'm sitting on the floor. Um, I had a really good, knock on wood, writing day today, this morning, with the creative project that I'm currently working on, and that felt really good. Um, Writing good things feels good. Who would have known? So yeah, that was nice. And then I spent the rest of the day doing, just normal work, admin work, freelance stuff. Um, I had a meeting. I don't know. It was just kind of a normal day. So I'm trying to figure out what my creative evening is going to look like. And one day I'm going to do a Right Now podcast about what to work on and when to work on it, when you have energy or don't have energy, and how to assess what kind of energy you have to put toward which project. So I'm kind of figuring that out for myself tonight. I have I have something I'm writing just for myself. I have my work in progress. I have my journal. I can always do a little bit more journaling. I also have some just like chill creative stuff. I have um I have a coloring book that's like very meditative that I enjoy doing, and it just lets me zone out and just exist on a page without any pressure to come up with words or to make anything impressive, that people will, "Oh, Jimmy, hi. Hello. I just talked about you." I don't know if you heard me mention your name, but I noted that we were working through meditations for mortals, or as I've been calling it, meds for morts. And it's been okay, good, you did. Okay. So yeah, working on creative stuff or taking the time. The mort's got meds. Yes. Taking the time just for yourself. I mean, there's so many different ways to be creative and so many ways to recharge for being creative in the future. Um, if you've had a long day, if you are in a place where you're just done and the thought of putting a word on a page makes your eyes and or brain hurt, might be time to recharge. And different people recharge their creative energy or their creative well in different ways. And that can include anything from a coloring book to watching a movie to watching a TV show that has really good writing that makes you think, to going on a walk outside. I'm gesturing toward the window at the outside, which is a place that I don't really go anymore because I can't walk. Um, yeah, this can look like a lot of different things for different people. For me, my best creative recharge is generally reading a book, and it can depend how I'm feeling about my own work as to what kind of book I want to read to recharge. If I'm feeling particularly defeated in my creative work, I read something silly and fun that makes writing seem possible again. If I am in the throes and I need inspiration, I will read something that's like a little bit more, a little heavier, maybe a little bit more challenging mentally. And that will help me remember that, there's so much possibility that can happen. And it's okay just to be weird in the book or in the short story or on the page or in the audio drama or whatever it is that you are writing. So, yeah. Go ahead if you like. If you haven't shared yet what you are working on here in the chat, um, I do. Sorry, I clicked something and that was just a huge mistake. Hey, GCAT is here. Hello. Happy Friday. Hello. JC Henry says, I worked on an idea within the universe of current writing project. Ooh, so tonight I'll be working on a story longhand. Oh, my favorite way to write. Love that. Oh, Jimmy says, I've been listening to the audiobook version of Piranesi. I loved that book. I really loved that book. You even recommended it to me. That it was just so different. It was so different. I read a lot. Well, especially now that like I can't really do much other than like lie on the floor. Reading is a great thing to do while you're lying on the floor and listening to audiobooks. And so I've read 22 books so far this year, which is great, which is the silver lining, right? Silver lining. Um but yeah, Piranesi was different in a really good way. It was different in a really good way. So I love that you're rereading it. I would be curious, or I guess re-listening to it. I would be curious what stands out to you this time, what's different. Um, yeah, and what you take away that maybe you didn't the first time, or what you pick up on. Or if it's terrible rereading it, let us know that too. Maybe it's a horrible experience. I think it would be good, but that's because I enjoyed the book the first time around. All right, friends. Jimmy says, I recommend it to you because I wanted someone to talk about it with. That's legit. So yeah. So whatever it is you're doing tonight, if you are recharging and reading, if you need to play some video games, if you are doing some knitting or crocheting, if you are baking sweet potato bread or journaling, if you are writing a story set in the world that you're working on in your other projects, whatever it is you're working on tonight, the best book you've read in a couple of years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was it was both well written and unique, and there's that's in short supply, I think, often. But yeah, whatever it is you're working on tonight, how this works, if you've never been here before, hello, welcome. My name is Sarah, and these are our create alongs. These are just a chill. I don't know what I was about to say. A chill time and space in which you are welcome to simply exist. And what you do while you exist is up to you. If you would like to get some work done on your creative project, a lot of folks use this time to sort of have an excuse to work on the creative stuff they've been putting off for the rest of the week. Um, I know that it can be helpful to have that time, to have an excuse to say, like, well, we have what, like an hour and 20 minutes, you know, to work on this. So take advantage of that time. Recharge if you need to, do some writing, get some tea, take breaks. How this works is on my end, I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear me typing or scribbling or talking to myself. And feel free to put on whatever inspires you. If you like to listen to music, if you want silence, if you like whale sounds, there's just so many things to listen to while you are being creative. I'll also move the chat away from the screen. You can still go ahead and chat, whether you are on Twitch or YouTube. It just won't show up here on the screen. And I'm going to put up our little, there we go. We will be writing until 8:45 p.m. Central. So right now it's 7:15. So this gives us an hour and a half, which for me is a comfortable amount of time to actually dig into something. I've done shorter sprints before, like a 20-minute sprint, and if I'm going to be honest, I have ADHD. I've diagnosed adult ADHD, and I spend the first 15 minutes of that 20-minute writing sprint doing getting my brain ready, getting my brain prepped, I guess, getting ready to get into the project. And then I have 5 minutes to actually create, and it's very frustrating. So feel free to take your own breaks intermittently, whatever works best for you. This is a space that is set aside for you to be creative, in which to be creative in, whatever grammatically that works out to. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us this evening or this afternoon or this morning, depending on where you are in the world. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and get to work. And yeah, I'll be here. If you run into any snags, if you have any questions, let us know in the chat. I'll glance at it intermittently, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm going to mute myself, and here we go. I would like to gently welcome you back. If you would like to come back, if you are in a good place with your creative work, if you are in a good flow, if you are in the midst of a row of stitches, if you are covered in paint or bread dough or whatever it is you've been doing, you can continue to take time for yourself. Mute me, whatever you need to do. Stay in the zone creativity, especially if it's something that is a little bit rare for you. But yeah, how was that? How are people feeling? How are you feeling? I ended up um I ended up doing some journaling and uh taking some notes and thinking about what's important um to me and to other people, and what life looks like, what life could look like. So it was fairly introspective, and it took a lot longer than I thought it would. And I don't know what that means. And when I say I don't know what that means, sometimes I'm talking about like me evaluating things in a needlessly like moral mindset. Like, oh, am I a success or a failure if it took me longer to journal than it usually would? Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. And thank you for the Ko-fi donations. It means a lot to me. But there is not a moral imperative to journal quickly. As I have to remind myself sometimes, there is not a righteousness, as I said in a recent podcast episode, to doing certain things quickly or efficiently. We value those things, but they don't get to define us. So, yeah. Good times, Tiffany says. Good times in my little writing corner. Yay! My main character, my rom com, is having a come to Jesus moment with her friend. Oh, I love that. I love moments like that. As a reader, I love reading moments like that. I don't want to assume anything, but it sounds like something that would be very fun to write. It sounds like it would be both challenging in like a good, exciting way, and also maybe cathartic, or to explore and to say all the things through your characters that you can't say in real life, either to yourself or to people that you care about. Numberless Dreams says, it took me a while to get around to journaling. I worked on learning French instead. Ooh. I started journaling and meditating toward the end. I admire that a lot. I got in the habit of learning Welsh, and I had a huge streak on Duolingo, and it was really exciting and fun. And then life happened, and I missed enough times that it took my streak away. And now I am reluctant to begin to dive back into learning Welsh, because I'm in a place right now where I will not be able to keep up my streak. But speaking of things that don't really matter, if I'm finding joy in learning the language, I shouldn't care if the little digital Duolingo owl is cranky with me and tells me I'm a failure because I missed a day of learning Welsh. So, life is so weird and complicated, and we judge ourselves based on so many things, or at least I do. Maybe you're good at not judging yourself. In which case, tell me how you do that. Tell me your secrets. Uh, does anyone else want to share what they're working on or how their experience was? Yeah. Numberless Dreams says they gamify it, which can be encouraging, yes, but can also be discouraging if one isn't perfect. Are you learning French through Duolingo? Yeah, that gamification, it keeps you coming back, but then, oh, thank you. My gosh, Melissa, thank you. How nice. My gosh, why is everybody so wonderful? Thank you. Yeah, Numberless Dream says, yep. uh I mean, it's the give and take, I guess, right? It's the pros and cons, the positives and negatives. They do good things, but also in doing the good things, they also bring forth the less good things, the less desired things, because nothing is just one thing. You know, everything is complicated or feels like it's complicated. Maybe it's really not. Maybe I overthink things. Maybe I am the overcomplicator. If I was a superhero, that would be my name. I would be the overcomplicator. And I would just like throw handfuls of like beans and string at people and just make things complicated. Make people really overthink, like, why is she carrying around beans and thread? Mm. Ooh, Numberless Dreams says I've also, yeah, started getting books from the library. Some languages are easier to find resources for than others. My superpower is bad timing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel that. Bad timing. Yes. Oh, I love libraries. I love libraries so much. I was talking earlier with my friend Maggie about just like how grateful I am that libraries exist because I wouldn't read a lot otherwise. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to afford to. And yeah, but boy, sometimes if I check out an audiobook or an ebook and I accidentally like either I hit 7 day instead of 21 day loan, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not gonna happen. Like I've wasted this, this checkout. So yeah, finishing things in 7 days when you're reading like 90 things at one time. And again, maybe I'm overcomplicating that a little bit. But oh, I do love a library. Ah, it has been quite a week. I don't know if you have had quite a week. We have certainly had quite a week here. Oh, Jenny, thank you. Jenny says I'm in the middle of Magnificent Seven meets Six of Crows set in space with an all-girl game. So I had fun with a chapter. That sounds amazing. Tiffany says I'm in need of a late night writing snack suggestion. And Jenny says sweet or salty. I know for me, because I have to make everything about me being a huge narcissist. No, I'm kidding. Um, I like popcorn and I like potato chips. I'm a salty snack person. So okay, I'm also my brain is like Magnificent Seven, Six of Crows set in space. I love this. So I'm just now reading because Six of Crows is Lee Bardugo, right? Oh, thanks, JC Henry. It's good to see you. Oh, Swedish Fish. Okay, those are really good. Um, yeah, Six of Crows. I'm reading. I just finished Ninth House, and I started Hellbent, and I think that's the same author. Pretzels are good, but I like popcorn. Yeah, I like popcorn because you can soak it in butter, and that maybe that says a lot about me. Oh, Jimmy, I appreciate that. So going back to talking about streaks, yeah. Jimmy says a Major League Baseball season is 162 games. The record for the most games in a row with at least one hit is 56, set in 1941. The next most is 45 games in 1897, not a typo. What? That seems like wow. It seems like it just should be more than that or something. Yeah, and then Jimmy continues, streaks matter so little when you're an adventure that takes more than a few days to finish. I appreciate that. Jimmy, that is maybe the most insightful thing I've heard all day. Streaks matter so little when you're in a venture that takes more than a few days to finish. Right, because at that point what matters? And it's good to make things a habit and to stick to them, but it's not the habit building that is the goal. It's the doing the thing via the habit that is the goal. And if you continue doing the thing despite being less what's the right word? I don't want to say like less faithful to the habit, but if you're getting the thing done, the habit is irrelevant. The habit is extra. I appreciate that. Yes, Lee Bardugo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Yes. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Hellbent. I have not read Six of Crows yet. And so that I'm going to save that as a treat for um once I'm done with Hellbent. So, cuz we have Six of Crows and then House of Bone and Shadow. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Um they made a whole TV series about it and I am just blanking on the name. But I own that as well and also have not read it. So I'm excited that I'm excited I still have a lot to go from that particular author. I also recently finished Sundial by I don't know how to say her name, Katrina Ward. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but yeah, I have so many other books by her still to read, and I'm very grateful for that. I've only read oh my gosh. I'm gonna blank on that too. Nope, Looking Glass Sound, which I really loved. I loved Looking Glass Sound. And then I read Sundial, and I'm like, I still have so many books of hers to read, and that's very exciting to me. Oh, Shadow and Bone, thank you. Oh, they mashed it up with Six of Crows for the series. Interesting. I haven't seen the series because I we don't have Netflix because of a lot of reasons. But I don't know. Are you a fan of those books? B, if you saw the series, did you think they did a good job with the series? I'm always very curious about adaptations. Um, I'm from the Midwest USA. Yes, I am. Can you tell from my accent? Yes. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. My gosh. Wow. What? Wow. Thank you. What even is anything? Thank you. How kind. Nailed it. Yes. You know, the accent. I didn't yeah, the I'm not a native of uh this particular region of the Midwest, and I'd never really heard this accent before. But after I'd lived here about 5 years, uh, I started unconsciously adopting it. I started going to conferences, and people would be like, "Oh, you're from this part of the Midwest," and I'd be like, "I didn't think that it was like infusing me with its like regionalism." So, so yeah. Huge fan of the books, Jenny says, but the series was mixed. Okay. They didn't do the Darkling justice. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to read. I've heard so many good things about that series that I'm excited to jump. Also, we're coming up on the 2 hour mark, at which point Sarah needs to go and like get out from in front of the camera and go fall down. So I hope that tonight was enjoyable and productive and that you found something creative in yourself to express. And if you didn't, then there's always next time and the time after that, because our creativity is part of who we are. Don't lose it. Sometimes it hides for a little bit, as I'm sure you may have experienced before in your life, and I have also experienced and will continue to experience. But I hope that you found something tonight that was helpful or supportive to you. We do these create alongs every Wednesday and Friday evening. Well, evening here in the Midwest, which is still like afternoon, I think, for a lot of people on the West Coast. So I feel really, really bad saying it's like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday and Friday nights. And people are like, Sarah, it is like 5 p.m. I'm not even out of work yet. So, but anyway, yes, we do these every Wednesday and Friday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I invite you to the next one, to the next two. You're just, please know that you're always welcome. This is a space that I like to set aside for you. I love this community, and I'm just happy to be. Um, Thank you so much, those of you who donated. That just means the world to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you'll come see us again. Let's see. I think I usually end this with thank you for being here, and I mean it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being. That's where your creativity comes from. That's where your work comes from. That's where all the meaning in your work for yourself and for the people who read slash listen to slash view it comes from. Oh, good. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny says have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll be joining again in the future. Good. I love to hear it. I love seeing new people here. So, well, thank you. All right, friends, I am going to go and fall down and also drink a lot of water. So be sure you're hydrating too. It's an important part of self care. And I need to come up with a pithy saying like a hydrated brain is a writing drated, right? Drated. We'll workshop that. We'll workshop that. Good night, y'all. Says Numberless Dreams. All right, friends. I will see you next time. And please have a lovely weekend and take good care of yourselves. All right. Bye for now.